And actually a really good topic, especially going through the, like we're about to go through some holidays and some time off, is the three simple step to actually resolve conflict. Three simple steps. And have you ever asked yourself, okay, have you ever put yourself in a position where you don't like want to deal with conflict anymore? You are your world is shrinking because you don't want to. It's like, man, you're thinking this person is going to, if I bring this thing up to this person, it's just not going to be good. So I'd rather not say anything. I just want to keep the peace. You ever said those things and it never really works because you find yourself blowing up real quickly or getting angry for no reason? Somebody cuts you off, then all you find yourself like, oh my gosh, who's this person that's going off on them? So there's three things that I think that stops us from really that robs us from the from actually resolving our conflicts. The very first thing is that we settle for false peace. What are we really looking for? Are we not looking for peace? We don't want conflict, but we want peace. But we settle for false peace. What I mean by settling for false peace is that when you think that nothing is going on, there is no argument, that's peace. No, there's always an external, quote unquote, peace, and there's an internal peace. You could have an external, what looks like peace, but an internal war that goes on. As a matter of fact, I just had to deal with that one. I had somebody said something to me and it didn't settle right in my mind. And I was just contemplating, should I talk to this person? Should I not? And that person is not going to understand. So I'm having a conversation with my head versus the conversation with the person. So I ended up doing is I literally start settling for false peace. And when you settle for false peace, what happens, a problem with that, you settle for just a temporary peace. And the second thing that happens in order for you to actually settle for false peace, you need to stuff your feeling and you think that's peace. You stuff your feeling and you think that's peace. That's the second thing we do. Because if you're feeling something, okay, I'm just going to stuff it up and that's going to be cool. But then you like literally, I saw the person like, I didn't feel right. It just felt weird. And I start feeling or acting like I'm not, it didn't feel right. Right. It's like you act like somebody else. And then the second thing is after you stuff your feeling. Oh, by the way, when you stuff your feeling, you're like a kettle or like a tea kettle. And it's think about a tea kettle. When you stuff a tea kettle, you compact it that there is no way that the steam comes out. What's going to happen to that tea kettle? Boom, an explosion, right? And that's what happens. We go crazy, we go postal because we keep stuffing these feeling, these unresolved issues, and then finally we blow up. Could be in any relationship for that matter. If you find yourself blowing up because of an anger issue, maybe you have an unresolved issue and unresolved expression of your anger. And then when you blow up, you're allowing your anger to come out in a very unhealthy way, right? But it was all these accumulating hurt and pain that you never talked about. And now it just comes out like this kettle that explodes. So stuff in your feeling, that's not peace, but you think that's peace. The third thing, you stay in resentment over peace. Sometimes we stick, only stay in resentment, we stick with our resentment over accumulating, over receiving peace. Why do we do that? Because we want to be right. We want to be right. And here's the thing for me, I wanted to stick to my resentment because I felt like I was right for a minute. I felt like, okay, this is not right. I was right, they're wrong. And I start focusing so much on how they wronged me that I was holding on to resentment. And I didn't want peace anymore. Peace didn't look attractive. Revenge looked better attractive than peace. So all of that, but what that did though, it terminated my own peace. It was like a terminal cancer to my peace. When you are sticking to resentment, and you think that you're choosing resentment over peace is a terminal cancer to your own peace. Okay. Three things that I've done that I did that I helped me a lot. Number one, I redefined what real peace is. So, what is peace actually? Peace is the absence of war. That doesn't mean it's the absence of fighting, because in order to have peace, you got to go through war, right? But you got to actually fight to get peace, if that makes any sense. Well, how do I fight? Well, I'm going to give you those 3 points. But what is peace again? Is the desire of well-being for yourself and other people. It's an harmony in personal relationship. And it's over and up balance. It's a unity. Harmony is unity. And I think for me, my authentic self and what I was feeling was not in unity. I didn't feel right. So the first thing, I needed to redefine what peace is. Redefine what does a peace mean, so you don't get caught up with the false peace, right? That's number one. Number two, reveal the issue to restore peace. You need to reveal the issues to restore peace. I would say reveal the issue right then and there. Now, I waited a day because I need to kind of, I was contemplating, should I bring it up? Should I not? Then the next day, that wasn't that bad. If I waited a week or month, person don't even remember. Some people wait weeks, months, years, and then they bring it up. That ain't fair to you, and it ain't fair to the other person. The further away that you are from the pain, the further away that your memory is accurate. Okay. So that's why you want to reveal the issue to restore peace. But I would say in present time, reveal the issue in present time, meaning right away, so you could restore peace. Because if you don't reveal them, you're going to resent, you're going to restore, you're going to not restore, but you're going to retract. So that's one thing that we wanted, that I did actually. I was able to, and that's hurt. That's like you're vulnerable, right? So I was vulnerable. But one thing I did do, because I felt like this person may not fully understand me, they may not comprehend, and I was too emotional to be dealing with this person one-on-one. So what I did do, and this person also knew we had an issue. So the third thing that I did is I reach out to a neutral party for peace. I reach out to a neutral party for peace. That means that I have somebody else that was a neutral party that I understood and I trusted, that won't go from one left to another or leaned into one person versus the other. And they were able to hear and listen. And this neutral party knew me and they knew the other person. There we were able to resolve it. So, but in order for me to be able to resolve it, not only I reached out for that party, but I really asked what in my part that I need to shift and change in order to bring unity. You see, it wasn't just me being right. And that doesn't apply to all relationships, because some relationships are so toxic that there's no way you could even come close to receiving any kind of peace or any kind of resolve. So that's why I say redefine what real peace means, right? Number two, you need to reveal the issue to restore your peace, but also reach out to a neutral party for peace. I would reach out to a neutral party to figure out, is it me or is it them? Can we get together to resolve, or is it even worth resolving or going after this thing? Because maybe the person is too toxic for you to connect with. Okay. So I'm saying this is really for relationship that you really want to work on, relationship that you feel like, okay, I need to get this thing resolved because this person is in my family, or is not in my family, but in my outer circle or inner circle and so forth. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching. And if you do have any comments, questions, just put it on the chat. Thank you for being a part of this group. I'll talk to you next week. Take care. Oh, on next, yeah, look at the video on Thursday. It's going to be a good one regarding same subject.